like this, and finally this person stops here. Finally this person stopped here, and this position is B position,
Mm.
and this AB length covered by this person is distance. First thing is
Yes.
this. First thing is this. Okay. Now another thing. Another thing. This person, suppose this is a circular path. Which path? Circular path. Suppose this person is here initially at point A, and this person is moving and moving and moving
Mm.
along the circular path, and finally this person is at again at point A. So in this case, distance, in this case, the distance traveled by the person will be the perimeter of this circle.
Mm.
If you know what is perimeter, then means perimeter is just the length of the circular path. Means this
Mm.
person has traveled from this point A and just traveling in a circular path and finally at this point A. So in this case, your distance will be the perimeter of the circle. Perimeter of circle. So this will be 2 pi r.
Mm. Okay.
So we can move in different paths. Either we can move in a straight line path, either we can move in a circular path, either we can move like this also. If a person can move like this also. In this path also the person can move. So basically I want to say, what is the distance? What is the distance? Uh, Distance is actual path covered by body. Okay, covered by body. This is known as the distance. Distance is a type of length. Distance is a type of length. So
Mm.
for distance, you will say unit of distance can be centimeter. We can measure the distance in centimeter. We can measure the distance in meter. We can measure the distance in decimeter. So basically, generally we use the distance in meter. Okay, so there is a international system of unit, that is SI unit.
Mm.
So SI unit of the distance is meter.
Mm.
Okay, SI unit of distance is meter. Now there is another term, displacement. Another term, displacement. Now see what is displacement. Suppose, for example, a person is moving in this path, first here and then along this. The person is moving, started the motion from this point A, and he is moving like this, and then he takes a turn and he moves in this direction. Suppose finally this person is at point C. So in this case, what is the displacement? So displacement will be this thing. Displacement will be the shortest path between the initial and the final position. This
Mm.
is the initial position of the person, and finally the person is here. Finally the person is here. So you will say this AC will be the displacement. Not the distance, this is displacement. Okay, this is the displacement. So for the displacement, you can write displacement is the shortest path. Displacement is the shortest path, or you can write shortest path, shortest straight line path. Okay, shortest straight line path between initial and final position. Shortest straight line path straight line path between initial and final position. Okay, so this AC will be your displacement. Acha, if I am asking what is the distance covered by this person, what you will say? Distance. If I will ask distance, distance.
ABC.
Yeah, distance is ABC. Very good. ABC. Simple example I can take for explaining the displacement. Suppose this is a circular path and a body starts the motion from this point P, and finally this is here at point C. Okay, and suppose 1 meter is the radius of the circle. 1 meter is the radius of the circle. Okay, we have to calculate the displacement and we have to calculate the distance in this case. Okay, so the person started the motion from point P and finally the person is at point C. So we will calculate the displacement and the distance. So how we will calculate? So displacement, I have told you the shortest straight line path between the initial and the final position. So this will be the initial position. This will be the final position at point C. Okay, so what we will do, we will join this. Okay, we will join this. So now this becomes a triangle. Is it or not? This is a triangle and this angle will be 90 degree because this is the radius and this is the radius. This angle will be 90 degree. So now we can find this PC, straight line distance PC we can find. Do you know Pythagoras theorem?
A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Yeah, A square plus B square is equal to C square. A square plus B square equal to C square. So if you have a triangle like this kind of triangle you have, this is your C square, this is C square, this is your C, this is your A, this is your B. So what you will write? You will write C square is equal to A square plus B square, or you can write A square plus B square is equal to C square. So now put the value, this distance you have to find. What is your C square in this triangle? PC square. PC square and A square, you will take 1 square. B square you will take 1 square. So 1 square means 1. 1 plus 1 is equal to 2. So finally PC is under root 2. So what is PC? PC is your displacement.
Okay.
Okay. So this is your displacement. This is your first part. Now in the second part, they are asking the distance. So distance is the actual path. This curved path, this semicircular, this quarter of the circular path is the distance. So distance will be 1/4 of the total distance covered in circle. Okay. So for distance, You will write 1 by 4th of 2 pi r. 2 pi r is the total length of the circle, but this person is covering 1 by 4th length of the circle. So you will write 1 by 4 into 2 pi r. So this will become 1 by 4 into 2 into pi into radius is 1 meter. So this will become 2.
Yeah.
So pi by 2 meter will be your distance. Pi by 2 meter will be your distance.
Okay.
Okay. Now we will see one more term related to the motion before the force. We should know what is the speed. What is speed? So I think you know what is speed. Speed is equal to distance covered divided by the time taken. Distance
Hmm.
covered divided by the time taken. So speed is equal to distance divided by the time. So there are two types of speeds you can have. Either suppose you are on a bike, or you can suppose suppose you are on a bike. So your bike can move with the constant speed. Constant speed means suppose you are moving with 100 kilometer per hour. Okay, suppose you are moving with a very fast speed with 100 kilometer per hour. You are moving your bike constantly. Your bike is moving with 100 kilometer hour, 100 kilometer hour, 100 kilometer hour. But on the other hand, there can be another condition that your bike can move with different speed. Okay, for first 2 seconds, your the speed of your bike is 50 kilometer per hour. After 2 seconds, your speed is 60 kilometer per hour. Is it or not? This is the
Yeah.
practical example. This is the practical example. So basically, speed, we will have two types of speed. One is the constant speed or uniform speed. Uniform means the speed is not changing with time or distance. So you will have the uniform speed, and another, see, when your speed is changing with time or changing with distance, means at different position at different times you have different speed. Then if I want to know the speed of your journey, if speed of your motion, means suppose you have moved from this A point to this B point, and during this motion from A to B, you have different speed. And if I want to know what is the speed of your bike during the motion A to B, so in that case you will say the average speed. You will tell me the average speed.
Okay.
Do you know what is average?
Yeah.
Okay, no
Yeah.
problem. Okay. If you know, then it's okay.
Is,
I'm
is
not
it when
asked.
we is it when we add all of the terms and then divide by
Hmm.
number? Yeah.
Very good. So basically, uniform speed. This is the study of uniform speed is very simple. Suppose you have covered a distance of 5 kilometer in 10 minutes, then
Hmm.
your speed will be uniform speed. Okay. Now, what will be the average speed? We will interested in this. So uniform speed is very simple. Speed is equal to distance upon time. You can calculate. Example I am taking. I am moving from A point to the B point, and this distance is suppose 100 meter, and time taken by me to cover this distance, small t is the time, is suppose 10 seconds. So what will be the speed here? Speed will be 100. Speed is equal to distance, that is 100 and 10. So what you will get? 10. And unit of speed will be, see here, unit of distance is meter,
Hmm.
unit of time is second,
Hmm.
SI unit of time is second, SI unit of distance is meter. So unit of speed is meter per second. So
Okay.
10 meter per second. Now average speed is something different. Average speed is different. So there is one formula for calculating the average speed. Uh, so I am writing the average speed here. Ryan, do you have fever or cold?
Yeah, sorry, no, it's just I have a runny
No, no,
nose.
no problem. I'm just asking you because few days ago I have also same problem.
Yeah, no, I just have a runny nose.
Hmm. Yeah, average speed. So average speed is given by the total distance covered during the motion, total distance covered during the motion divided by total time taken during the motion. For example, for example, you are moving from this point to, you are moving in a straight line and you are moving from this point A to the point E. Suppose this is point B, this is point C, and this is point D. For the motion of A to B, for the motion of A to B, you have moved with 10 meter per second speed. From B to C, you are moving with 20 meter per second. From C to D, you are moving with 30 meter per second. From D to E, you are moving with 40 meter per second. And in covering this AB distance, time taken by you is 5 seconds. In covering this distance BC, again the time taken by you is 5 seconds. In covering this distance CD, the time taken again will be 5 seconds. In covering this distance DE, the time taken will be again 5 seconds. Time taken can be different also, but I am taking the same time because your speed is increasing. So in less time you will cover the more distance. Okay. Now I want to calculate the average speed for the motion from A to E. Average speed from point A to point E. What will be what is the formula of the average speed? I have told you total distance divided by total time. Total distance divided by total time. So how we will calculate the total? We have total time 5 means 20 seconds we have the total time, but we do not have the total distance. How we will calculate the total distance? We will calculate the distance AB plus BC plus CD plus DA. Okay, we will calculate distance AB plus BC plus CD plus DA divided by the total time, that is 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5, 5 plus 5 plus 5 and plus 5. Now AB we can calculate, distance is speed is equal to distance divided by time. So we can calculate the distance is equal to speed into time. Okay. So this AB distance can be calculated by speed into time. 10 into 5. So AB can be written as 10 into 5. BC can be written 20 into 5. CD can be written 30 into 5. DE can be written 40 into 5. And this is 20. Now this will 10 5s are, this is 50, this is 100, this is 150, this is 200, this is 20. So this will become 500 by 20.
Yeah.
So it will become 25 meter per second will be your average speed.
Okay.
Acha, you cannot calculate the average speed like this. You cannot. This is your first speed, na? This is your second speed. This is your third speed. This is your fourth speed. You cannot do the average like this. 10 plus 20 plus 30 plus 40 divided by 2. This will be the wrong method. Okay. So don't do this.
Okay.
We will use this formula and accordingly we will calculate the speed. Okay. Now, uh, this is understood, na?
Yeah.
Okay. So, in your school,
Yes.
in your school, which book is followed of
It's
physics?
1 second. I have it here. Is it?
I think there is a need of treatment for you. You should
1
go to the
second.
doctor.
No, it happened all the time. I have like allergies.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, I can understand.
it's MYP for IB by
Hmm.
concept.
So, can you send me this book?
I don't have it with me right now. Do
Hmm.
you want me? I can send you a picture of the cover from Google.
Okay, no
But
problem. You can send me later. You can send me
okay.
later. Okay.
But
So,
I can try getting you the book if we have a lesson
PD,
on Saturday. I can send it to you.
no problem. Okay, so basically, this is the average speed you have.
Hmm.
Okay. Now, if suppose hmm, one more question we will see on the average speed. Suppose you are moving again from A point to E point. This time AB distance is given 10 meter. This is given 20 meter. This is given 40 meter. This is given 50 meter. Okay. AB distance. One person is moving from here to here.
Hmm.
Okay. And this AB distance is 10, BC is 20, CD is 40, and DA is 50 meter. So here, one thing is given. One more thing is given. In covering the distance AB, this person is moving with 5 meter per second. In covering the distance BC, this person is moving with 10 meter per second. This is just an example. In covering this distance CD, the person is moving with again 5 meter per second. In covering this distance DE, the person is again moving with 25 meter per second. 25 meter per second. Now, in this case, we have to calculate average speed of the person, or the person can on bike also, can be on the car also. So we can say the average speed from A to E. So average speed, we will apply the formula of average speed. Average speed is equal to total distance covered divided by the total time taken in covering that distance. Total time. Okay. Total distance we have. We have the total distance AB plus BC plus CD plus DE. We have total distance AB plus BC plus CD plus DE, we do not have total time. We do not have total time. So what we will do, we know that speed is equal to distance upon time. So from here we can calculate time is equal to distance upon speed. We can apply here na this formula. So first we will
Yeah.
calculate the time from A to B. That is distance by speed. Okay. So
Mm.
time in going from A to B plus time in going from B to C, time in going from C to D, time in going from D to E.
Mm.
अच्छा, time in going from A to B will be distance divided by speed. From here you can see time is equal to distance divided by speed. So distance
Mm.
is 10, speed is 5, that will be equal to 2 seconds. Accordingly, we can calculate the time from B to C, C to D, D to E. Okay. So I am writing here. So now we will put all the values in the formula. AB is 10. What is BC? BC is 20. CD is 40. And DE is 50. Okay. Now time from A to B is 2 seconds. Na? So that is 10 by 5 plus
Uh,
time from B to C 20 by 10. Is it or not? Acha, time from C to D is 40 by 5.
yeah.
Time from D to E 50 by 25.
Yeah.
Now we can calculate it. This will become 20 plus 10 30, 30 plus 40 70, 70 plus 50 will, it will become 120.
Mm.
Now this will become 2, 5 to the 10, this will become again 2, this will become 8, this will become 2. So this will become 14, 120 by 14. Na? So when you will solve this, this will become 7, this will become 60. And further when you will calculate, you will get your answer. 60 by 7 meter per second will be your average speed this time. Okay.
Oh, yeah. Okay, sir.
Yeah. And after that, there is one more term, mm, velocity. There is one more term, velocity. So if you will take direction with speed, if you will take direction with speed, then it will become velocity. Have you, do you have idea about the velocity? Little bit?
Not too much.
Okay, no problem, no problem. So what is velocity? Acha, speed is equal to distance upon time now. I have told you, I have told
Uh,
you speed is equal to distance covered or distance and divided by the time. Like that, your velocity is equal to displacement divided by time. Displacement divided by time. Or if I am saying you are moving with 5 kilometer per hour, if I say that, see the statements, different statements are there. Okay. On paper, direction is defined like this. This is east direction, west, north, and south. Okay. If I am saying you are moving with 5 meter per second, you are moving with 5 meter per second. Is the direction involved here or not? No direction involved here. No direction involved here. So means this will be your speed. See the difference between the speed and the velocity. If I am saying you are moving 5 meter per second towards north, here with speed direction is involved now, so this will be your velocity.
Okay.
This thing should be clear. This will be your velocity. If direction is involved, that thing means the speed will become. So you can say velocity is speed with direction. You can say
Yeah.
velocity is speed with direction.
Mm.
And velocity is also given by displacement divided by time. Displacement divided by time. Okay. So is this clear?
Yeah.
This we have started from here. We started from the distance, then displacement, then speed. I have told you. Then I have told you the velocity. So velocity means you are moving along a certain direction. I am saying you are moving 10 meters per second along east means I am saying your velocity is 10 meter per second. Now, velocity okay. So basically if I am saying uh, 5 meter per second towards north, remember this point. This point is very important point, okay, related to velocity. 5 meter per second. So this 5 meter per second, na, this 5 meter per second is known as the speed or magnitude of velocity. Magnitude, or you can say the numerical value of velocity. Numerical value of, and north is the direction, na? North direction, east direction, west direction, south direction, north direction. So north is the direction, na?
Yeah.
Okay, very good. North direction. Okay, this is your very important note point. Very important. Why important? See, if I am saying there are two types of velocity, one is, now I am not talking about the speed, I am talking about velocity. So velocity is uniform velocity first. Uniform velocity. And there is another velocity, non-uniform velocity. Now what is uniform and non-uniform velocity? Acha, uh, take one example. You are moving on a straight line and suppose this is the east direction and you are here. You are moving with 10 meter per second along east. You are moving 10 meter per second along east. So uniform means something which is not changing. What is the meaning of uniform?
Something that doesn't change.
that is not changing.
Hmm.
Or we can say this as a constant velocity. Try to feel what I want to say. This person is moving along the east direction with 10 meter per second. So here velocity is changing or not?
Yes.
Hmm? How can you
No,
say
no.
no? No,
No, stays
velocity
the
is
same.
not changing. Just okay. This answer is correct. This answer is correct. Okay, okay, very good. Now I am taking one more example. One more example. Same person is moving 10 meter per second along east first. Then suddenly in his mind he decided that I have to go to some other direction. Suppose he want to go now in south direction. He takes the turn and he moves in this direction, and again he is moving with a velocity, not a velocity, with 10 meter per second.
Hmm.
Now what will you say in that, in this case? This is your case 1, this is your case number 2. So in this case during the motion from A to C, what will you say, is the velocity changing or the velocity constant? Just you can just think, I am not saying give me the right answer or all that.
Hmm.
Just you can think by your mind.
The velocity is changing because he changed direction.
Very good, well done, well done. This thing I want. So means this is a case of non-uniform velocity.
Hmm.
Very good. The case of uniform velocity will be when the body is moving along the same direction throughout the motion and with same speed. But for the non-uniform velocity, the body can change either the direction or the magnitude. I can give you one more example of this. Suppose the person is moving. Suppose here is one person and this person is moving from A to B and from B to C. So suppose a person is here at point A. From A to B, this person is moving from 50 meter per second, and after B to C, this person is moving 10 meter per second. So
Hmm.
here will you say the velocity is changing from A to C or not?
Yeah.
During the motion velocity is changing. Why the velocity is changing? Here if someone will say the velocity is changing but the direction is same, someone is say the direction is same, but why the
Yes.
velocity is changing? Because the numerical value of the
Hmm.
velocity is changing. Numerical value of velocity is changing. And
Yeah.
what is the numerical value of velocity? Speed. We can call speed also as a numerical value of velocity. So here the speed is changing, but the velocity is not. Here the speed is also changing and velocity is also changing. Okay, in this
Hmm.
case. So here also this is also the example of this is also the example of non-uniform velocity. Non-uniform velocity is also known as changing velocity.
Hmm.
Got it or not?
Yeah.
If any one of the thing, either the direction, either the magnitude or the numerical value changes, then you will say the velocity is changing. Or non-uniform velocity. Non-uniform velocity. I think now it's clear. Now there is one more discussion on non-uniform velocity. Non-uniform velocity. We know that non-uniform velocity means the velocity is changing with time. Okay, the velocity is changing with time. This non-uniform velocity can be of two types. One is average velocity, and another is instantaneous. This instantaneous thing is new for you. This average thing, you know. So average velocity is nothing. What is the formula of the velocity? Distance divided by time now. So for average velocity, what you will write? Total display, not the distance. The formula of the velocity was displacement divided by time. For average velocity, what you will write? Total displacement divided by total time. Total displacement, not distance. Total displacement divided by total time. This is the formula. And what is the meaning of instantaneous velocity? What is the meaning of instantaneous? Is something which is at instant of time, means very small amount of time. Suppose you are moving from your home to the school uh, with bike or with car, and suddenly I have asked you what is the speed right now, what is the velocity right now. If I am asking what is the velocity right now, if I am asking certain quantity at the instant of time, or you can say at a point of time, then I will say that thing will be the instantaneous thing. So instantaneous velocity means the velocity at an instant of time. Velocity at an instant of time. And remember that instant of time is very, very small time. Instant of time is very small time now. Suppose I am asking right now, just so this will be very small time. Instant of time means for very small interval of time. For very small interval of time. So how we will describe the instantaneous velocity? So for instantaneous velocity, you will write the velocity at that instant of time. Okay, you will write the velocity at that instant of time. Okay, and that velocity will be that instantaneous displacement covered by the body, that instantaneous displacement covered by the body divided by the time. So there are different ways to write this. So I will write the instantaneous displacement divided by instantaneous time interval. When you will go in the higher classes, then this is the whole topic. This is very interesting topic, and there you will discuss one another thing that here is not useful for you, that is differentiation. So actually this instantaneous velocity will be explained properly with differentiation. So I am not using the differentiation because you are in 9th class. Okay. Yeah. So but you should know what is the instantaneous velocity, instantaneous displacement, instantaneous time interval. Means instantaneous time interval means very small time interval. Suppose this, for take the example of this pen. Take the example of this pen. Means suppose this pen is moving like this. So if I will say from for a very small time, for microsecond, for microsecond, how much this pen will move? Very small displacement, no?
Yeah.
So that is why the instantaneous velocity is instantaneous displacement, and that instantaneous displacement will be very very small displacement, because the time interval is very very small. If I will say how much you can move in microsecond. What is a microsecond? 10 to the power minus 6 into 60. 10 to the power minus 6 into 1. So in
Mm.
that time is very less. That time is very less. No matter with what speed you are moving or with what velocity you are moving, your displacement will be very small now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. So now you can tell me the name of the book that is used in your school. Physics of physics.
Mm. One second. Uh,
You can send me on my number also if you want.
yeah, okay. I'll send it
So
right now.
do you have any kind of PDF and all that of that
It's
book?
the PDF is inside the book, so I'll get it tomorrow and I'll send you a link to the PDF.
Okay, so okay, fine. Okay, so should I give you the number, or do you have any other thing to send? If you want to take my number, then it's okay. If you don't want, then I can give you the Gmail ID also. If you don't want
Uh,
to send,
is your number ending with 84958?
no. My number is different. My number is different.
Oh, okay.
So
Then
this
can you
is
give me your number?
actually I am from India. Okay,
Oh,
so you
yeah,
have
okay.
to use this 86 308 30. You are also from India.
Yeah, but I live in UAE.
You are in United Arab Emirates, means UAE.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. By birth you are from India. From India, from where?
Delhi.
Delhi. Okay. Right now I am also in Delhi. Okay,
Oh,
no, that is not the thing. But I'm just telling you.
yeah.
Means this is the number. Okay, this is the WhatsApp number, and please send me that book. Okay, or if you have
Mm.
a if PDF is available, then it will be good.
Yeah, I'll send
Okay.
it to you by tomorrow.
Yeah, by tomorrow you can send me the PDF. Okay. And if you want to ask any doubt regarding this, and so accordingly, the chapter that is going on your school, accordingly we will decide which chapter we should study. Because
Yeah, okay.
I want to tell you one thing: physics is not a thing like you can learn by just going through the theory and all that. You have to apply your mind in physics. Otherwise, there will be no use of the study of physics. Is it or not? Means
Yeah,
you have to think that this earth is moving. This earth is moving around the axis. Okay, and there are the forces, gravitational forces between me and the earth. So if you will think these things by your mind, then you can learn physics. Otherwise, by knowing the formulas, by knowing the definition, I don't think so physics will be you or not anyone can learn the physics. This is my theory,
mm,
and someone have some different theory. I believe in this. Okay, so if we will have the next class, so we will meet in the next class. Or and
okay.
please send me the PDF of the book. Okay.
Yes, okay.
And regarding this, if you want to ask anything, then you can ask me. Uh, you are free to ask any question regarding this.